Hey guys, today I'm going to the Highlands of Scotland in Fort Augustus and I'm going to reveal what's in my camera bag. So please keep watching and let's take the journey together. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jennings, a landscape photographer based in Scotland. I am currently in Fort Augustus in the Highlands of Scotland. So I thought today I'll do what famously is known what's in my camera bag. So I know my channel is quite new yet, just newly established, and as I progress, obviously these questions will come up. Well, what sort of gear do you use? What sort of lenses? That kind of thing. So to kind of just preempt all that and anticipate all those questions coming down the line, I thought it would be a good idea to do what's in my bag, or equipment or photography cameras that I use, and all the other aspects of equipments that I take out and about with me. So I have here with me a Nikon D500, as you can see there, a camera, and on it I have the 35mm 1.8G. Really good all-around camera. I love it. I've taken some great landscape photographs with it. I've also shot portraits for friends, especially with the 35 1.8. Very sharp, very good, especially in low light conditions. Exposing in low light conditions, absolutely fantastic. The ISO capability of this, even though it's a DX camera, the ISO capabilities and the range, everything is pretty much fantastic. So this is a trusted camera body that I use. I've also shot a wedding with this, actually. Very good. So yeah, still I love the DX. I'll keep it. It's still serving me very well, so I'm very happy. Okay, so here I have my filter pouch. This is the Lee filter pouch. So I pretty much carry all my filters, my ND grads, soft and hard and everything, my 10 stops, my 6 stops and my 3 stop filters in this pouch. So I just find it very handy. Normally I'll just have it across my body like that, and it's just comfortable. I reach out, pick one, put in the camera kind of thing. So comes in very handy. I got this actually used on eBay. So eBay, Facebook Marketplace, you can find pouches like this. You don't really have to buy new. So many people selling the equipment and all that. So very handy to look out on eBay. Okay, I have here with me the 70-200 Nikon F2.8. So I use this on my D850 full frame camera. This is the first generation 70 to 200. Again, very, very, very fantastic lens. Um, you know, if you're doing mountains and, you know, here in Scotland, we have a lot of, you know, mountain ranges and that kind of stuff. Very, very handy. Sometimes I just carry this with the D850 if I have a specific project I'm working on. You know, it gets me wide at 70. It gets me really close to action on 200, that kind of thing. Fantastic all around. And again, I've shot this with at a friend's wedding. You know, very, very, especially with the two bodies, D850 and the D500. You know, have this on the D850 and all that. It's fantastic. You get all the perspectives and close action that you need. So 70 to 200 is one of the lenses that I use. And this is my camera bag. As you can see, it's quite heavy. It's called the Endurax. I got it off Amazon. I've had it for a few years now. Really serves me well. So I'll just open up to show you guys what else I have on here. So I carry with me a Hoodman loupe, especially for landscape work and all that. Sometimes you just want to get that close perspective. If I can just, so that's it. That's my trusted Hoodman loupe. And it really just enables me, especially with wearing glasses and all that. You know, I look at the LCD on the back of the D850 and it really gets me close to the image. I can confirm on field that the sharpness and clarity that my exposure on field is really good. If there are any mistakes or anything like that, then I can repeat the shot rather than getting home disappointment. You really don't need this. I just got this secondhand and I've always found that it's so useful because sometimes the light hits the LCD and it's kind of a bit difficult to kind of examine the image, analyze the image properly. So this kind of covers all the light that is hitting the back of the LCD and I can really see what's really happening with that shot. So a fantastic, if you get a chance to, you know, it's quite handy. So yeah, that's the Hoodman loupe. Okay. What else? So I'll put that to one side. Of course, I use a shutter release. So this is the falsy shutter release cable. Very, very handy. I mean, I think a lot of people, photographers, you'll know that this is a very necessary, especially I do a lot of long exposures and that kind of thing. You definitely need a shutter cable. Leaf filter adapters, that's really handy. 7 millimeters, so that really clips on your lens and you can attach the different kind of filters on here, so that comes in very handy as well. Okay, what do I have here? This is another Lee. This is with the circular polarizer. Very, very good. So you can, you know, darken surfaces of water and that kind of thing. It's good for skies as well. You can get that, you know, very, you know, you can remove that white light that bounces, tends to bounce a lot, and you can really get crisp on camera. I'm a proponent of making sure that everything's right on camera. So I know, like I showed earlier, that have new, you know, ND grads, the hard and the soft and all that kind of stuff. I tend to use them on field. I know you can use that, you can do that on Photoshop and everything, but my preference really is to do everything as much as possible on camera. This is a framing device. It's called the view catcher. So it really just enables you to have a good perspective on what you're trying to shoot and everything for composition. Actually, I have this always on my pocket because sometimes when I'm walking around, it's good to get a practice of your composition and your framing and that kind of thing. So I find it very, very useful. Actually going to do a review of this. So please check out one of my videos soon. I'll link that down below to pretty much show you how this works, but very, very, very handy. You can, you can use that lever to kind of get the different styles and compositions and orientations. You can, so it's really, really good. Again, just making sure that my composition is good on field. This is all the filter adapters. I just put them in this pouch for the 7.7mm and all that. So it's just screw in on the lens, and then I can mount the Lee adapter to use my filters. So very, very handy. Use them all the time, so they're very, very necessary. And if you're like me, if you're doing long exposures, very handy tool to have. This is what do you call a hammer lens cloth, so it's pretty much good to clean up the lens always, so very handy. I also use a spirit level. As you can see, that's a spirit level, so you just always make sure that, I know the D850 has a level meter on camera itself, but I always just have this handy to just make sure that everything is orienting well. So fantastic. Right, let's go to this other compartment. So I used to shoot film a lot, black and white film, and I used to have a film camera, Mamiya C330. I'll put a picture here, so if you're not familiar with what that looks like. And I used to use, well, I still use, just out of habit, the Sekonic. This is the Sekonic 758D. So it's a sport and incident light meter. Very, very, very good. Sorry for the noise. There's a few kids over here. It's very, very handy. I use it all the time, just out of habit, to evaluate light. To, you can set your clipping highlights as well. Over here is a way, to go about that. So it's very, 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 very handy. You don't really need this. You can do this on camera, but since obviously I used to shoot film, I decided to keep this. I use it a lot anyway. It comes in very, very handy, and I've learned a lot about light evaluations. I mean, I can look at a scene and just know whether that's a 2 range difference or a 3 stop difference or whatever. So it really has taught me how to read light and all that. It comes in handy. Spot metering as well. You can do that on camera. You don't really need that, but for me, it just comes in handy as something that I always have with me. And here we have the D850 Nikon. And on the D850 is the 24 to 70 millimeter lens. Very, very, very fantastic camera. I mean, I know the trend now is mirrorless and everything like that. For me, I'm very, very happy still with the D850. It really just gives me fantastic images. And I'm seeing myself pretty much staying with this camera for quite a long time. So the Nikon D850. So there we go, 2470 lens on it. Another lens that I use is, this is the 17 to 55 millimeter DX lens. So I showed you earlier that I have the D500. This also goes in very, very well with the D500. So it's really, really, really handy lens to have. So love that. Obviously it comes with a hood, so it's really, really handy to use it in that sense. Okay. Dust cleaner. I'm sure everybody obviously has this in their in their camera bag, so it's quite handy, you know, cleaning all that dust. This is the 85mm 1.4G. Fantastic camera, fantastic lens. I use this on the D850. Gives me really, really good sharp images. I've shot this at a friend's wedding, and oh, fantastic. Very, very expensive lens, but comes in very handy when you need it. For night shots, I use my, obviously, head torch and all that. So sometimes you're going a certain location, probably woodlands and that kind of thing, and sometimes this just comes in handy. So unnecessary equipment to have. I'm just trying to see what else I have here. A torch. I think everybody should have a torch. This is a fantastic one. Don't know what the make is, but comes in very handy. Like I said, sometimes I do night shots, landscapes and that kind of thing. So you can use that for painting light and all that, just illuminating. The D850 is really good because on the back of the camera, it illuminates. So you can see, you know, you can see your controls and everything like that. But this is handy, especially when you're walking around and all that, you know, with a head torch like I showed you. It's quite just an additional thing. And this is just a Hoya 777mm neutral density filter, 9-stop reduction. So I use it especially if I'm doing time lapses and that kind of thing. So it's dark enough and it reduces the light significantly. So very, very handy. Okay, so I think a lot of other stuff is just bits and bobs for content creation. You know, you have your lavalier mics and that kind of stuff. So I have a pouch here of just different assortments of things, your dead cats and that kind of thing. If I'm using an external recorder, I'll have a dead cat as well for the Zoom H4n external recorder. So that comes in handy. So yeah, fantastic. So I always have the pouch with me because, you know, it's little really things here and there that, you know, that you can really forget. So it's handy, it's small enough, it fits in my camera bag. So GoPro Hero 9, really good for, you know, if I'm doing some outdoor shots and that kind of thing. You can mount this. I use a magnetic device. You can mount this on the side of the car. So this is a PGYTECH magnet. It's very, very strong. So I can have this on the side of the camera. So it's really, really good. Yeah, amazing. Tiny clamps. So these are handy when it comes to clamping the GoPro on a tree or, you know, somewhere on a pole or something like that, on a branch, to get a different perspectives. Very, very handy. I use this a lot. Yeah, sometimes you know, you really just want to get a certain angle. You can, you know, it gives you really a wide, you know, you can clip a pole, you can clip it to the tripod if you want to mount an external recorder as well, pointing at you. It's just overall a handy thing to have. Again, this is just a pouch of different assortments. You know, the PGYTECH, I use this pretty much when I'm using my, you know, when I'm using my, my, I can use my mobile there, so it has an extension for the mobile as well. So it's really, really good. And you know, small tripod. I can mount something on the ground quite low, and it allows me to get different perspectives and that kind of thing. So very handy. And it's just, you know, bits and bobs of stuff that you never know when you want to use it, but handy to have it when you need to use it. So yeah, guys, that's been pretty much a revelation of what's in my camera bag. I don't carry all this stuff with me all the time, but when I have an idea of what I'm going to shoot on a particular day, I know what I need with me and that kind of thing. So I don't always have this at any one time with me, but it's just to make sure that if I'm planning my shoots, I know the location that I'm going to or whatever. I know what kind of lens I need to carry with me and all that. So it just kind of makes it easy to do that. Anyway, guys, thanks very much. I'll link all the equipments that I've talked about in this video on the bottom below. And yes, very big thank you for watching my video. And if you liked it, please subscribe and follow. And until next time, bye for now.